Hi, dears. I hope you are all having a good night tonight. This is my questions video. As you guys know, my name is Chanel. I am Brave Little Night Owl on Tumblr, and I asked you guys to ask me some questions, anything you wanted to know. Yes, I am following the trend. I guess I'll just jump right into it then. Alright, my first question is from MKDRB. His question is, do I like coffee? If so, how do I take it? And if not, why? Well, I am a coffee fanatic. Yes, I love Starbucks. If I go there, my favorite is a skinny caramel macchiato. I really like how it's kind of layered. It's bitter at the top, and as you get down, it gets sweeter. There's a coffee shop near my campus that I really like called Inman Street Coffee. They have a drink called the Black Tie Affair, and it's espresso and vanilla chai and chocolate, I think. And it is really good as well. That's my favorite drink there, and it tastes basically like a snickerdoodle cookie. It's really, really good. And then as far as regular coffee goes, I like creamer and sweet and low. Oh, and if I don't use creamer, sometimes I just like to use plain milk in my coffee as well. And I do like it strong. Some people don't like it very strong, but I like it really strong. I think living in Seattle gave me an appreciation for that. So there's that question. Thank you. And I'll move on to my next. The next question is from Stephanie at stephaniesearches.tumblr.com. Her first question is, what would my superpower be if I could have one? And that would most definitely be to fly. I have a fascination with things that fly. Not really Superman. I like things with wings. I like mythical creatures like fairies and dragons. Yeah, I have wanted to have wings and fly for a long time now. So that's probably it. And then Stephanie's second question is, what is my most favoritist worship song? And wow, that is a very, very hard one. I really don't know how to answer that question because musical worship is incredible to me. I really like Jesus Culture. I like I Want to Know You by Jesus Culture and Your Love Never Fails. Those are two of my favorites. I also like Hillsong's recent stuff. I think With Everything is one of my favorites of theirs. And like I said, we did that in chapel earlier this morning, and that was just amazing. But I also like Brian and Jen Johnson, Carrie Job, Christine Mueller is really good. A bunch of Kim Walker stuff. I know she does stuff with Jesus Culture too. And I mean, there are other songs too. I can't tell you that I could think of any right now. I like Gungor and Phil Wickham. So yeah, that's my answer to that. It's not really a real answer, and I'm sorry for that, but that's just kind of where I am. And then my final question is from Jessica Fortner. Oh, her Tumblr name is jessica-fortner.tumblr.com. And she asked, what do I look for in a husband? Character traits and physical traits. I could go on for a long time talking about these things, and I mean, I'm still coming up with things. I am actually going to start compiling a list soon of traits that I hope for in a husband, just because I'm kind of hoping that I'll meet him soon. We'll see. Anyway, one thing first off is that he has to love God more than anything. That might seem like a given, and it kind of is. It kind of should be. But that's my big thing. He has to love God more than anything. He has to be a worshiper. I am, most of the time, a ridiculous worshiper. I just go for it. I mean, I understand if he's not as wild of a dancer in worship as I am, but as long as his heart is completely, like in the right place with God when he's worshiping and he really, really connects with God, then that's amazing. Another thing is that he has to be a warrior. He has to be willing, one, to fight for us, because I know that there are going to be difficulties. I mean, there are in every relationship, and I don't think that anything should be strong enough to break us up if we're, supposed to be married, if we're, if we're in, alignment with God and everything. And then he also has to be willing to war, against the strongholds in his life that try to separate him from God, and also to help me war against those in my life. He has to be willing to lead me. He has to be, willing to pray with me and worship with me. Oh, one thing is that he has to get along with my family, because my family is a ginormous part of my life. My parents are my current authority, even though I live, in my dorm and everything. My parents are like my standard, and basically has to be willing to, like make friends with my family, make friends with my dad, and get my dad's permission to marry me. Basically, that's one. He has to be willing to be silly, and sit around and watch movies and like Disney movies and Lord of the Rings. That's a good one too. And he has to be willing to teach me things, because I'm gonna have questions. I would love to learn about sports with him. He has to love kids, because I want to have a few. I'm not saying I want to have like 10 kids or something. That's just a bit much. But, 3 or 4, something like that. And just really be excited about that. And then physical traits, I'm not too biased. If you look at what I've been attracted to in the past, I go for generally like really thin guys. Don't ask me why. I mean, I appreciate like well-built and like strong, working out all the time, like muscular guys, but like what I'm really attracted to is like thin and like fit, but not like that's not really my thing. I don't have a particular hair color that I'm after. I don't have a particular eye color that I'm after. I do notice eyes. I mean, so I'm sure that I'll think his eyes are amazing. Oh, and he has to be taller than me. I know most guys, yeah, are taller than me anyway, but I need a tall man. I'm 5'2.5", 5'3". I need someone who can reach the top shelf and who can, I don't know, be tall, who can like pick me up to kiss him sometimes. I don't know. So I guess that's it. I could talk about future husband stuff forever. Just because I'm really excited for the day that I like meet him and get to find out about who he is and everything, and just really look forward to that. So I guess this is my video. It's kind of long. I'll probably edit it. So if you have more questions, just send them to me. I want to get to know you guys too. I really love this community here on Tumblr. I really appreciate it, and yeah, thank you guys for asking your questions, and I just hope you all have a super wonderful night.